So what was the source of the shame? How did it play out for you?
So the first source of shame, when I was 5, I moved from Israel, where I was born, to Montreal. And I had just started kindergarten in Israel. And then I was thrown into a class with 50 kids in Montreal in grade 1. I didn't speak English or French. And so I felt stupid. I felt like I sat there, looking up at the ceilings, bugging the other kids, and was consistently reprimanded, consistently put in the principal's office. And then I was consistently, brought, to my knees with my parents. My father was physically abusive, which, is a challenge in itself, because words weren't a way, that he communicated. Hands and feet were his way of communicating. And so when I did the wrong things, that was the punishment. And so I felt embarrassed that I wasn't smart enough, that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't going to amount to much. And back then, school was, my parents were trying to say, go to school, do well. That's your way out of, where we were living. That's your way out of this life that we're having, which wasn't a bad life. We had food on the table, we had a roof over our heads, but there was always a struggle. And Mr. Brown offered me some hope. It really amounted to that. He offered me gentle, kind love and hope without embarrassing me, shaming me, or making me feel guilty.
What was it that he said that read to you as hope at that point?
It was his demeanor of how kind he was. He was extremely successful. Real estate offices, real estate buildings, a wife, Lori, children, just kindness, just raw kindness. There was nothing for him to gain from helping me. He didn't know me, but he just was kind. And it was one of the first times that there wasn't a hidden agenda or somebody just, putting me down for being a degrading human being or degraded human being. And he made me promise that if I took what he taught me, I'd teach it to others.